It's beautiful here, absolutely beautiful. Lijepo plaža.
Preuba.
Da.
Ja.
Lil KRIZAN, KRIZAN. I like to talk to you about the BS that goes through my brain while traveling alone to help you feel normal for being you. What went wrong while traveling after lockdown? St. Naum, 2 kilometers away from the Albanian border. And we're gonna trek to Ljubanishta beach. Why? Because, well, we're just gonna get into it, ain't we? Lesson cards, don't forget them, because it's really important for us to take these wrong moments and reflect and never let them happen again.
This is the Albanian
Border?
Pogradec.
Oh my god! I was waiting for a bus and then this man offered to give me a ride, and so I can see it right now. And I'm meeting lovely people on this taxi, so it's really nice. But seriously, this view is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hvala Bogu!
Museum.
He literally stopped just to show me these views. I'm so grateful.
Ja.
Lijepo plaža.
Preuba. Ja.
You know those awkward moments where all you can do is just laugh. Now, I love countries that speak a different language to mine. I know how to speak 2 languages fluently. Yes, English and Tongan. Hey, in the sentence, I'll probably know about 2 or 3 words and I can make a gist of what it is that they're saying. So whenever I hear I then just quickly jump on it with a no. Well, if anyone's gonna say sex around me and it's somebody that I ain't interested in, I'm just gonna say no. It's the safest bet. I always find that when men meet me for the first time, they get all excited. They jump around like kids, you know, and they become stupid. It's like the air becomes thin around their head and they just can't function like a normal human being, helping themselves to my body. Whether it be they touch me here, they touch me there, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I have to fend for this. As soon as I hopped out of the actual cab, I could feel his hand brushing against my back, and I was just like, oh, it's one of them. Just let their hands do whatever they want to do around you. Mama likes to refer to them as feeler. And I kind of thought, wait, watch this one. Watch him closely. I'm on it. I am. I learned my lesson from that other creep. When I went to hop back into the cab, he like brushed his hand on my bum. It wasn't like a, you know, an accidental one. It was like you could feel it. I literally put my hands around my bum like I was trying to shoo away a fly. I was just like, no. Big step towards the cab against the wall of the car, and like, I'm just gonna hop into the cab. I was the last person to hop off the cab. I was saying bye to him and I just thought we were shaking hands, but then he held it real tight, squeezed it, and then he kissed it. It felt like 2 hours, but it was like 10 seconds. Slammed the door, went straight for the gates for no. I'm trying to think if I have ever come across guys that I've really liked and, you know, just gone for the little play. Yeah. You know, guys, how women just kind of like to touch your arm and then touch your shoulder and then rubbing your leg. And then when you go to say bye to me, you give them like a real big long hug. Like, feel my body, just touch me anywhere. Sexually frustrated? Yeah. Still on that. I have a tendency to always want to avoid embarrassing the person who is doing wrong by me. It's just something that goes on in my mind and I'm just instantly, don't make it obvious, don't make it obvious. Less card. You need to remove yourself from situations immediately when you feel uncomfortable. Everyone's like, common sense, not so common. Or making it obvious that you are in fact uncomfortable. So you having to claim back the space around you is perfectly natural. I think another lesson card is being more vocal. I need to have less tact when it comes to things like this. Just being blunt whenever I do feel like this. No. No.
Monastery of Saint Naum of Ohrid. This is definitely a place you want to check out.
When I entered into Naum, I bawled. The tears were flooding out. I don't even know why I'm crying. Really strong emotion of grief and sadness. As soon as I entered, and I knew that Naum's grave is in this monastery, but I just didn't know why I was so taken by this feeling. I love old monasteries for the artwork, just the vibe that it gives. It's like, oh. Now there are 2 other monasteries, churches that I go into around Ohrid Lake where I cry, and I cry like proper. I don't know what it means. You may be able to tell me. This was the beginning of my spiritual awakening in Ohrid. And I'm a very spiritual person. I ain't gonna lie. Having it happen 3 times.
You know when you're a budget traveler? When you bring your own food, damn it. I just had to double check when the buses actually leave because I really want to stay here for a little longer. I made the executive decision to stay an hour after making that decision. I don't want to. So I'm literally going to walk to Ljubanishta.
I actually stalled for like a whole hour. When I was eating, in the back of my mind, I was like, I could be at Ljubanishta right now. I could be eating at Ljubanishta right now. I could have been eating and swimming at Ljubanishta right now had I not walked away from that guy at the time that I could have gone and got the bus. What am I doing? Do you ever do that? Do you ever have those moments where you're stalling because your mind is just like overwhelmed with simple decisions? So then I ended up walking. I am so glad I walked actually, because it was a really good experience. There are a few cars that went really slow, but that's good.
So I was thinking I could climb that on my own. Now that I look at it, I'm good.
KRIZAN, one of the places that I wanted to conquer in arriving in Ohrid. I was set. I was like, B, we're going up there. That's what we're doing. Let's do this. I call myself B. I know I'm weird, but I call myself B. My iPhone's called BB. Oh my gosh, what a link. They're like, don't have children, because it'll be like B, 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 and then like B, 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 and then B, 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 B. I talk a lot. But then I spoke to a few of the locals and they're like, do not climb that mountain on your own. It is not safe. It is a long trek and it's a mountain. Well, I thought Vodno was a mountain. KRIZAN is like, I love mountains. You know what? It's actually Macedonia that made me realize that I love hiking. I got to a point where I was just like, girl, you need to accept defeat. Yeah, you need to let go. We ain't going up there. Ohrid Lake, as well as Ohrid, viewed from the top of KRIZAN, is amazing. And I eventually get there. We might even do like a motorcycle road trip. Yeah, across Europe. Yeah. Eventually. Oh, I will conquer you, bitch. That's what went through my mind.
You know when you get to a dead end and then you're like, please keep going because this is embarrassing. I don't want to turn around. And then you see this little path in the bushes and then you just follow through. And where the f am I going?
After like a stupidly long trek to get there, I missed the road that took me directly to the lake. Instead, I went up and then I was walking through this residential section. This is a dead end. I'm not turning back because it's so embarrassing. If I turn back, you just need to keep going, keep going. Walk into the wall if you have to. Saw a little path as I'm walking through. I get to this point where there's all this shrubbery and I'm just like, I don't even know if this path is made for humans. Maybe it's made for wild animals. Who knows? Duck down, B, and just go through. So I duck down and I start going through. I eventually get to a road and I'm like, civilization. I'm okay. Everything's okay. Then I see the lake. Yeah, you saw the lake behind me. Compass is set. We're going there. Finally got there.
seriously like a fat kid look at cake. You, me, Ljubanishta. I feel like I'm covering every location by swimming. Naum wasn't very nice, I didn't particularly like it, but I'm so glad the woman I met on the cab told me this is one of her favorite beaches. So I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And here I am, man. It rocks. Truly grateful. Ljubanishta conquered.
Oh my gosh, the swim in that lake was so worth it. I only had 30 minutes in that water. I'm gonna take this water in like I will never see it again. One of my favorite beaches around Lake Ohrid. Oh, it's absolute bliss, even on a cloudy day. Less card is don't stall. Stalling equals time, time equals experiences, experiences equals a life well lived. The sooner you can get out of this stressful moment and just kind of throw yourself into the, woman up, let's do this. Take it, take it, take it. Because you know what? You're too blessed to be stressed, man. Damn. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe. Click the bell at the very end. Why? So you are reminded of when my madness is next released. Lil KRIZAN, KRIZANA.
There's a snake, and I was like, sorry.
Stay healthy.